Oh, hello world. My name is Ashley Collins. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Breakup Diaries. That was so whack. I feel like I haven't done like an actual vlog in a long time. I post like snippets here and there from my Instagram, which, by the way, are you following me on Instagram? My name is The Aunt of Dragons. I feel like people like don't understand what I'm saying. The aunt as in your mother's sister of OF, not OV. And dragons like the dragon. I don't know why I did the... You know what a fucking dragon is. You should. It's a mystical, great creature, which I am. What's that noise in the background? This video is sponsored by dogs. So if at any point I say something to annoy you or upset you, just look at the dog. It's okay. Just look at the dog. Oh, she's camera shy. That's cute. Okay. Is there a right way to have a mental breakdown? I feel like people always picture mental breakdowns as in like you're like in a corner like crying, sobbing, convulsing or something like that, talking to yourself, talking to your demons, but that's not it. And maybe it's because what I follow on YouTube and my feed. I think my Google and my YouTube feed knows me enough to know that I don't want to see negativity. I don't want to see hate. I only want to see empathy. I want to see empathetic news. And I've been following Kanye. I mean, who hasn't been following Kanye West and his mental breakdown? I've only honestly been following it for like a week. I'm aware of what he said about slavery is a choice, abolish the 13th, and all this and that. So something told me last week, hey Ashley, educate yourself on this because this is important. This is an important part of history. And a lot of celebrities have come forward talking about their mental health issues, but I think that Kanye West is doing it in a very extreme way that some people call borderline crazy, and they want to cancel him. And it's very interesting that what we do, humans are very funny with what we do. When we disagree with something that another person does, we absolutely hate everything about them. We disown everything about them. For example, when Nike decided that they're going to use Colin Kaepernick as a sponsor, people burn their shoes. Because how can you represent something that I don't? So I need to like disown all ties with you, right? We tend to do that as people. When LeBron left Cleveland, because he's a Cleveland Cavalier, right? When he left Cleveland for Miami the first time, people burned his jersey. And what we tend to do as humans is we people that we look up to, we kind of make them our God. We do make them our God. We actually do that. We make a false idol out of them. I mean, like, I'm very guilty of that. I love Oprah. I love Oprah so much. I worship the ground that she works on. Works on. Yeah, I worship the ground that she works on. That's what I meant to say. So if she did something that was completely against my morals, would I don't know, I don't own anything Oprah. But if I did own an Oprah t-shirt, would I burn that t-shirt if I was that and emotionally invested in her? The person who is not connected to their self would probably do that. Right? That person that's like, I put my identity in you, I put my faith in you, I put my whole belief in you, and you let me down. You see what we're doing there? We're saying, we're putting that pressure on the other person, saying that, hey, you represent me. So by you doing this thing, by you doing this awful gesture, you're saying that you don't give a fuck about me. Kanye West has a huge history of being very nihilistic, calling himself Jesus. Jesus? Is that what it is? Anyway, okay, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to explain my relationship with Kanye further throughout the video. Calling himself Jesus, he's shown huge narcissistic behavior. The quote that I saw he said was, I'm going to paraphrase this, forgive me. I am too busy making history in order to read it. I'm too busy writing history in order to in order to follow up on it. So here we have an individual who suffered something extremely traumatic with the loss of his mother, who has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, who is very narcissistic, very nihilistic, and he's an artist. He's an artist, so, you know, like all artists, yes, we are very narcissistic. We are very, we carry this pain with us, within ourselves, in our minds, in our hearts, that we have to show with our writing, with our art, with our rap, with our lyrics, with our poetry. And now he's been given a platform to represent a whole community, and we have taken it personally. Instead of my heart really goes out for him. It reminds me of the film with Joaquin Phoenix, I'm Still Here. I don't know if you saw that, but he's kind of going through it because he's planning on quitting his acting career to be a hip hop artist. And throughout the whole film, people were like, "Oh, you're crazy, you're losing it. Like, what's going on with you?" So you're witnessing his breakdown. We witness Heath Ledger's breakdown in The Dark Knight, don't we? As he's playing the Joker, like he's not even himself. His eyes aren't even there. We're witnessing Kanye West's mental breakdown on camera. And what can we actually say? What are we saying? What are we actually saying to him? You don't count. You're not important. You're uneducated to represent us. I hate you. You've let us down. You've let your community down. Can you imagine how he's taking that right now? Yeah, he says that he doesn't care about other people's opinion. Forgive the noise in the background, guys. Yes, he says he doesn't care about anyone else's opinion but his own. By the end of the day, he's still human. I watched that interview with him and Trump, which was a 20-minute video, which is a lot for me. I mean, I love watching my motivational videos. I love watching my stand-up comedy. And I don't really watch a lot of news. I get my news from my friends and unfortunately from my Facebook. and other than that, like, I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, there's a hurricane coming. I need to prepare for that. That's important. You know, like, stuff like that. So that's where I get my news from. So sitting down and watching this 30-minute, 20-minute interview with Trump, he's very manic. He's very manic. He's clearly fangirling. Like, and I don't mean that in an offensive way to anyone. He's clearly fangirling over Trump, which, you know, if you were to meet the president of the United States, a president of the United States, pick any, wouldn't you fangirl over them as well? And he has very pure intentions. And he's being vocal about, hey, we need to tap on the lens of society. He talks about how he believes in multiple life forms and he feels like he needs to do this because in another life he wants it to be better. And he talks about going to a doctor's visit and then them saying that he's going to have dementia when he's getting older. So don't you see that he's frantic right now? He's saying, oh my God, I need to do everything I can right now because I am going to die and I'm going to lose all memory of this. So I need to do something now. He's frantic and he's panicked and I think, like I said, his intentions are very pure. He cares about his city. He wants to see the betterment of his city. And if you ever look at him, look at him when another person is talking. There's hurt there. And I wish I could do like a cut to it. That there's hurt there and there's just that little boy. And when he talks about how he sees a father figure in Trump, how he feels like he could be more of a man now because Trump is such a man, which, you know, we're not going to comment on that. We're not going to comment on that because I don't know what your political affiliations are. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Like, just treat people good, you know. He's trying to help people, but at the same time, he's also trying to find himself, and he's actually not healing himself in the process. He's rushing. And I think someone needs to genuinely sit down and not call him crazy. The worst thing, first things first, the worst thing that you could do for anyone who has mental health issues is call them crazy. That's the absolute worst fucking thing you can do for someone. Someone to sit him down and say, hey, I know what you're trying to do, and I think that's beautiful, and I think it's good, and I think it's pure. But you need to help yourself first. Okay? That's kind of like your car, right? You only got like a quarter of a tank left of gas, but your best friend of all time is a quarter. What's a quarter of a tank? That's like, I don't know, like 20 miles, right? Your friend is 50 miles away. Are you going to put yourself on E to help you save your friend? No. So I think that we need to meet Kanye with empathy, meet him with love. And I know what you're thinking. By supporting Trump, he's supporting sexism. He's supporting racism. He's supporting separating children from their families. And how can you respond to that other than you can't fight hate with hate? You can only fight hate with love, which I'm sure a lot of people are rolling their eyes at that right now. I'm sure they are. But 2 points that I want to hit on right now, okay? One, these leaders that we elect into office, they are just a man or woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get the point. They are human. They are human. And we have the power to stop them. Kanye came to the office and he said, hey, I'm a human being just like you. And what did he say? He said, a racist can't stop me. Imaginary wall can't stop me. An invisible wall can't stop me. These people that are voting these awful laws into office right now, present tense, we have the power to stop them. It may just take us a little bit longer, but we have to remember that we are in this for the long haul, okay, guys? It may not be done in our lifetime, but we are doing this for our future. We are doing this for our future grandkids, which is so fucking weird to say out loud. Oh, God, she's hyper. Okay, I'm getting too hype. Okay, I gotta calm down. And another thing that I want to point out is, like I said, I don't know where this quote comes from, and I tried Googling it, but we put too much faith in these billionaires, in these celebrities. We need to turn that faith inward in ourselves. Trust them to be human. And that's not saying don't trust people, and I'm not saying that, but I mean, how many times have you been flaky? How many times have you not showed up for the job? How many times have you not showed up for your responsibility? Excuse me, that was totally unladylike. I hope through this rant you could actually see and understand and comprehend the pain that Kanye is experiencing right now. He is extremely manic. He is diagnosed by bipolar, and he is using his platform. He is because when you have the spotlight on you, you have a responsibility to speak up, speak your truth, and bring a light on things that are happening in society. But now it's time for him to step back. And you've done what you've needed to do, bro. It's time for you to step back and take care of yourself. Okay? As you go throughout your day-to-day life, and whether you're raising kids or maybe you're rediscovering yourself, you're remembering yourself, don't be afraid to ask why. You always have to ask why, because they don't, who is they? The man behind the fucking curtain, yo. They don't want you to ask why. Do this, do that. Okay, I will. Ask why. And what Kanye is making us confront is you have to ask society, ask the world, Why can't I do this? Okay? Smile. Have a fantastic day. This was a long ass fucking video. I apologize. Look at the dog. Look at the dog. Look at the dog. Don't get angry. Look at the dog. Hey.